the July edition of Cooking Level 0. This month we are going to be learning how to make Nicecream, which is basically like a vegan slash if you're lactose intolerant version of ice cream, so it doesn't have any cream in it. You make it with either like nut milk or water. The one we're doing is actually more water, so it can also be kind of like make your own sorbet. So I'm very excited to show you guys this. It's a really good way to keep cool during the summer and it's super easy to make. So let's go ahead and get started. So to make Nicecream, you're gonna need a few things. You're gonna need like a food processor, blender, something to really be able to mix up and puree what you're gonna be putting in there. You're also gonna wanna have a container to put it in afterwards. I have a NutriBullet and they have these little lids that go on them, so I just have that for now, but you don't have to have a NutriBullet. You can use like a food processor, blender, or anything. You're gonna want a couple of bowls for your ingredients after you measure them out. You're gonna want your measuring spoons and cups. I have the liquid one as well because we're gonna be using some water. And then for my recipe, we're doing a strawberry one. So it uses strawberries and then bananas to kind of create that like creamy texture. And of course we have a little knife to, cut it up. So basically you have options as far as the liquid that you put into this. We're gonna be using water, but you could also use different kinds of like nut milk to be able to create that kind of creamy texture. But if you're allergic to nuts as well, then you can also just use water and the banana will kind of make it creamy. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So for this recipe, what it calls for is a 1/4 cup of ice cold water, which I have in that, and then 2 medium bananas. These are kind of probably a little big, but it's okay. And then 1 pound of strawberries. The container I have in my blender is nowhere near big enough for all of that, so we will make it in small batches. So basically we're gonna start with a 1/4 of a banana and then a bunch of strawberries, a 1/4 pound of the strawberries, and then a little splash of water to keep it going. So for the bananas, if you guys don't know this trick, you can go by the other end instead, and it makes it a little easier to open them. And then what I do is I just take a butter knife that's not sharp, and then I'll just use my fingers to kind of, take off this end. It's a little gross. And then just kind of, until we got about half of it. There we go. Into 1 bowl. And then we're gonna take about a 1/4 pound of strawberries. And with the strawberries and the bananas, they do recommend that you use fresh, has more flavor, but frozen makes it faster to make the finished product. I kind of prefer the frozen because it's frozen at the peak of freshness. So these are like guaranteed to be peak freshness strawberries. Whereas the ones you get at the store tend to go bad really quickly. So I'm not really gonna weigh this to make sure it's a 1/4 pound. I'm gonna be bad and just kind of guesstimate by going by like a 1/4 of what's in the bag. So then we are going to put them into our little blender. There you go. Okay, that's still the end. And then we're gonna put a splash of water. And then what we're gonna do is screw on our blender top. Be very careful, don't grab the blades. And then we're going to pulse it in the blender until it's all blended together. They said it takes probably about 20 pulses to do that. Once you have it blended, you can put it into a separate container that will allow you to, do your batches if you have a small container like me. And then freeze that, and it's supposed to be done in about 8 to 12 hours. If you use frozen stuff, it'll be ready closer to 8. If you use raw ingredients, it's gonna be closer to 12. I will try to make sure that I show you guys the finished product, but that is really it. It is really super easy, and you can have some yummy, cooling ice cream, Nicecream, for during your summer. So yeah. So I just finished blending up my first set. As you can see, it kind of blended itself way down. So basically, you don't need to have a very big container when you're putting this into something to consolidate it, but because it's gonna blend itself way down. But I'll show you guys like the texture and everything. It kind of looks like a really thick Jamba Juice smoothie, and that will become your sorbet slash ice cream when you're done. Okay, so we are all set to go. This set for a while, and as you guys can see, it's nice and set. So we then take a spoon and you scoop it out and you can eat it however you want. Kind of like ice cream, so you know, pretty much ice cream, so. But that's pretty much it. I am gonna go ahead and dig in and enjoy this because strawberry ice cream is like my favorite, so I will see you guys later. Bye.